Oh, okay. Good question. What do the principles mean to me? Well, I'm sure many people have talked about what they are, mind, thought, and consciousness, and define them. For me, the principles represent kind of this invisible part of us that when we're not hip to it, when we're not aware of it, gets us bumping into walls a lot, and then not understanding why am I bumping into walls, for lack of a better word. So for me, the principles basically is just putting a light on something that's going on through me all the time. And when I first heard about it, it was like, I didn't know that was happening. I was always looking out here. I was always looking outward about making sense of my life. And when the principles were taught to me, it was like, no, there's this whole thing going on internally that's actually creating the whole thing. And in the defined as mind, thought, and consciousness. And wow, that was like getting hit upside the head. Like, really? That's how it's going? I thought it was going a whole other way. So for me, what it means to me is that I now know, as I'm just in my life, I know kind of where to look when I start bumping into walls. And that to me is huge. It's like something that's totally invisible has been made visible to me in the smallest amount that it has. And as Sue would say, we don't know. But let me tell you, with what little I do know, it's made a huge difference on my life in that as I, go through the ups and downs and go through all the crazy stuff going on, as I'm going through that, I thank God I know where the whole thing is coming from in terms of my experience of it. And to me, that's been the most, it's like winning the lotto. I mean, if somebody said, well, you can win the lotto or you can know this, and knowing what it is, I would have to pick knowing the principles, even though it's tempting to want to win the money. But knowing the principles has been a godsend for me. And many times as I go through things, I'm like, thank God I know the principles because it's helping me be okay as I go through whatever I go through. So that's what it means to me. It's just this invisible force, powers, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, that allows me to understand what life truly is, and that I'm creating life. Birth to death. It's coming from me, through me, whatever you want to call that. Just knowing that is huge, and that's why, as a teacher, if somebody could get a glimmer of that for themselves, then I feel like I could, die now and be happy. So that's what the principles mean to me.